Live from a secret location somewhere in northeast Wisconsin, it's Clubhouse Live, the virtual show. We'll look back on how the Packers fared with our co-host Marquez Valdes-Scantling. We'll talk football. We'll take a peek at what's next on the schedule, and we'll have our usual fun too. We're ready. MVS is ready. Are you ready? It's time to get started. Let's open the doors and welcome to
Good evening, everybody. That's right. Welcome back to another edition of Clubhouse Live, the virtual show. We are back in our safe and sound bubble high atop the 10th floor. No longer a secret location, Ricardo. 222 building, downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. I am Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin. Hey, guys, show number 299 for us. We are there. We're almost to the milestone. Number 300. That's going to be our season-ending extravaganza edition. So I'll have more information on that big prize giveaway show later during tonight's show. As always, though, Rosie, I hope you're ready. I do have to ask, how is everybody doing tonight out there in virtual land? Are we going to hear some moans? There's okay. There's some applause. Still saluting a fun season. Definitely some hangover, I'm sure, from Saturday's tough setback at Lambeau. We'll get to all of that here in a little bit, along with our co-host who's waiting patiently as well. But first, the powers that be always insist that I have to introduce this knucklehead one more time, at least in this format. It is Chicago Bears fan Ricardo Arguello.
Yes, and it's in the contract, so you can't not do it.
We have to talk about your Bears. Anything? What?
I'm excited. They're on the verge of hiring a GM, a head coach. It's a new day over there down in Chicago Bearland, and it will be in Green Bay soon.
Well, for Chicago, wash, rinse, repeat. All right, we're going to be doing this exercise in about 3 or 4 more years, I'm sure. So enough about your Bears, and how's your Twitter account? Is it still selling game consoles?
Actually, the company talked with Twitter. They actually took it off, Brett, so no one's getting scammed anymore with the PS5s and the Xboxes. So hopefully Twitter will help me get it back real soon.
Get back on Twitter, but don't follow him right now. Stay away from him. So, hey, we got a lot to talk about, unfortunately. San Francisco 49ers 13, Green Bay Packers 10. It was a shocking, stunning result Saturday night at the frozen tundra as the 49ers upset the top-seeded Packers when it proved to be a defensive NFC divisional playoff showdown. Robbie Gould, Ricardo, you know all about him, right?
Love him.
45-yard field goal attempt as time expired. Boy, drilled it through the frigid, snowy air. A heck of a kick. Was perfect and good to give the Niners the win and a spot in Sunday's NFC Championship game against the Rams. An all-NFC West matchup should be interesting. The Packers got off to a fast start offensively, scoring a touchdown in the game's opening possession. But that was it as far as trips to the end zone for Aaron Rodgers and company. Defensively, Green Bay was outstanding, didn't allow an offensive touchdown. Joe Barry's unit, 4 sacks, a pick, 7 quarterback hits, limited San Francisco to just 212 yards. As for special teams, well, no need to pour salt in that wound, I would say. Wouldn't you say, Ricardo? Another season comes to an unwanted end, and now a long, cold, lonely winter. I think there's a song about that, right? Long, cold, lonely winter.
Is it country?
I think it's a Beatles song.
Oh,
that's
long and winding road.
A long, cold, lonely way. Here comes the sun.
Okay.
But that's what awaits for Packers fans as they await, and we do too. You kind of talked about, Ricardo, the course of this team and franchise, I guess, moving forward. So, unfortunately, mad Vince here, maybe more sad Vince. I know Vince doesn't like it when the season comes to a close, especially fun seasons, playoff seasons. But Vince is always happy when his guys, the players, are here, and he is back one more time this season. He's out there. Green Bay Packers wide receiver Marquez Valdes-Scantling is there. We'll get him up slowly or soon. I can see a dog on the couch.
He's back there.
He's making he's a little cameo there again.
Yeah, he got his little cameo in there.
Little cameo
in the cut.
Absolutely.
Ace.
So Ace, we'll get him here in a little bit, Marquez. But first, I want to say a big thank you to our presenting sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison proudly provides the people and businesses of Northeast Wisconsin with exceptional banking services and trusted financial guidance delivered by friendly experts. Personal checking and personal savings, investments, loans, business checking and business savings. Unison Credit Union, empowering you. Ricardo, you have been empowered to tell everybody how the show works one more time.
It does, and we are an interactive show, as you and MVS know. We invite comments and questions through the live chat. I'm monitoring that right now. It's still a pretty active live chat,
Good.
so folks are maybe trying to feel a little bit better.
Here.
Yeah, therapeutic. Yeah. And anything that you guys send, comments or questions, I'll relay those right over to you.
Fantastic. Hey, hashtag always Clubhouse Live. Give me a follow on Twitter at PCBretzi. Marquez is at MVS_11. Do not follow Ricardo right now. Tell his Twitter account is back. And, of course, give us a like on Facebook, facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. So, Rosie, show we still have the Bears, the Vikings, and the Lions welcome mats. And those watching online, rest assured, I've angrily stomped my feet all over each of them tonight in your honor. So let's get our co-host onto the screen here for the final time this season. He is has completed his 4th NFL season, all with the Packers. He comes from the 727. He is successful. He is innovative. He is a king. He doesn't like Rosie's music.
No.
He doesn't like Ricardo.
No.
He doesn't like sitting next to me, even though we're side buddies, but he will still be missed by all of us and all of you. Our Monday nights won't be the same moving forward. How about a final Clubhouse Live virtual welcome for our co-host? It is Green Bay Packers wide receiver, number 83, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, the Flash.
What up, everybody?
Hey. Man, Rosie, you still didn't update that music for him. The least you could do is give him a going-away present. There we go. Okay. What do you think, MVS? You like that?
A little bit better this time around.
A little bit better.
Got some words. Yeah.
Got some. Yeah.
Final week, we make the progress.
We finally have him happy. So what's the pooch doing back there? Look at him. He's sleeping.
Just chilling.
Yeah, he's just hanging out on the couch sleeping. The other
which one is that?
On the floor sleeping. That's Ace. Stays on the floor sleeping.
So if I yell, Ace, well, he's not doing anything. He's not hearing me.
He won't be able to hear you because I got headphones on.
Yeah, I just realized that now. That's how stupid I am. That's how I work. I can see why you don't want to hang out with me, Marquez. I'm not a bright guy. Hey, I'm going to put it right here.
Somewhere.
I got it right here. Let me put it. The box of tissues are here. It's a season-ending tradition when we have to bid farewell to our co-host in another season. So before we get to that, though, I know that folks are wondering, Marquez, how's the back now that the season is over? I guess, fill us in on what's going on with that, if you're comfortable talking about it now that everything's done.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a game time decision. I didn't want to go out there and kind of make it worse. I thought, we could get it done and I'll be able to play in the NFC Championship. So that was kind of the plan.
Can you reveal, what were you going through with some, obviously, I've had some lower back injury. I'm not a professional athlete. I can't imagine playing wide receiver in the NFL when you're dealing with back issues, but can you say what was going on with that, or you're just not comfortable talking about that?
No, it's not even that. It was obviously when I pulled my hamstring, all those things are connected. So it was kind of an ongoing thing, kind of was bothering me throughout the season. And it just kind of got some inflammation down there. And you don't want to play with the spine. That's not one of those things you kind of want to, take for granted because football is a life-changing thing. But, the spine is something that could ruin the rest of your life if you can't move that correctly. So, I didn't want to take that chance by not being, 100%. So that was just the only thing with that.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. What's the game plan for you to get back, get that thing right? Just some more rest, exercises, that kind of thing, as you get ready for 2022?
Yeah, just some rest. Just get the inflammation out of there, and then just get it back stronger, and be okay. It wasn't like anything that was too concerning. It was just, there's no disc damage or anything like that. It was just more so wanted to make sure it was, right for the long haul for the rest of my life. So I didn't want to take that chance. There's a lot of injuries that guys can play through, but that back is not one of them that you want to, take for granted.
Absolutely, Ricardo. You don't want to mess with anything with the back. I know too many people who have dealt with that kind of stuff, especially spinal disc stuff. Not fun. So, Marquez, a big game and a playoff game, obviously Saturday night at Lambeau. What was the experience, though, like for you as we talk about the back keeping you from playing? Had to be frustrating. You're a competitor. You want to be out there. You're watching the offense kind of scuffle a little bit. Were you angry, frustrated? What was going on with you mentally as you
I
were
mean,
watching?
obviously, there was a mix of emotions. Obviously, I had some frustration. Had some happiness when we made some plays. That's a good defense. So I'm not gonna take anything from those guys. But it's just super unfortunate because I think that with me playing, the game could have been a lot different. And not saying I would have been necessarily the difference maker, but when I'm on the field, guys got to play our offense differently. So
Yeah, it's just
That's very true.
absolutely
Very true.
I know. Yeah, I know you want him with the Bears.
Well,
Stay away, Ricardo.
I wasn't going to
Stay
bring it
away.
up. I'm just saying he brings a deep ball element that you don't see on every team.
No doubt about it. I mean, that's obviously been clear in his 4 seasons in the league. How tough was today, Marquez? Everybody's in the locker room, right, cleaning up. I'm guessing the intensity of having to do that, say goodbye. The team's not going to be the same next year, regardless of who comes back, because a lot of guys won't come back. So how tough is a day like today when you're saying goodbye and cleaning everything up?
yeah, I mean it's always tough, because every year you lose guys and the team changes. Guys don't get re-signed or guys go off and get different contracts in different places. So it's obviously a tough thing to see when you built a relationship with these guys over the last few years and you may not ever see them again, or you may only see them one more time, during a game or something, or crossing paths at a event that you guys are at, or something like that. So
3
it's just
straight
it's a
seasons.
tough thing.
Yeah, it always is. It doesn't matter who we're talking to as far as our co-hosts. So that's always a tough day to clean up and say goodbye. How long do you think it's? You look at the last 3 seasons. All right, 2 NFC Championship appearances now this season, number 1 seed. Looked like you had a team that was ready to get over the hump, get back to a Super Bowl. How long does it take? How long does it take to get over such a final ending, and an abrupt ending? How long does that take to get over something like that?
I mean, I don't think you ever actually get over it. I think it's just one of those things that's just gonna sting forever, man. Like the one from a year before when we lost in the NFC Championship, that one hurt too, and that one still hurts. So it's just one of those things where you're gonna always kind of just be hurt by it, and you don't ever really get over it. You kind of just have to move forward and hope you get another shot next year.
Yeah, those losses, right, Ricardo? They always say you kind of think more about those losses than the big victories sometimes. At least that's what some of the other guys have said in the past. But one more thing before we take our first time out. How do you get over? What do you do? Do you just turn off the TV, turn off social media, get away from football completely, decompress, read books, walk the dogs? How do you kind of get away from the season?
Well, for starters, after the game, I deleted my Twitter app, just because I just didn't want to even see anything football related about the Packers, and then kind of just decompress and focus on the off season. There's a lot of uncertainty, but kind of just get to decompress and go travel the world, go back to Florida, see some warm weather, go to the dog park, watch my dogs run around, play a lot of video games. That's kind of what my plans are.
Getaway plan. A very smart man in many ways, Ricardo, but maybe the smartest thing he has ever said on this show was deleting the Twitter app.
Yeah.
Twitter is it sucks, quite frankly.
I haven't had it for more than a week because I've been hacked.
Do you miss it?
I wouldn't say I miss it, but I'm less stressed,
Right?
and I didn't even go through what MVS
Yeah.
went through, so I know what you mean.
Is that permanent, MVS, or are you ever going to come back on Twitter?
No, I will. Just give it a couple days. Give it a couple days.
Yeah. There's always those turkeys out there that what are they? The keyboard cowboys that think
Keyboard
they-
Cowboys.
Always big tough guys hiding behind their aliases and stuff. So, hey, let's take our first time out. Time for tonight's Mark Olejniczak Realty Stat Pack. If you are buying or selling real estate in Northeast Wisconsin, contact the licensed professional realtors at Mark Olejniczak Realty. Call 920-4321-007 or visit olej.com. Here's tonight's stat. I got a couple of them, guys. How about some recognition for one of our former co-hosts, Aaron Jones? He set a Packers playoff record for most receiving yards by a running back with 129. in Saturday's game against San Francisco. Dorsey Levens, remember him? Dorsey the Horsey?
sure.
He was the previous record holder with 117 receiving yards, which he totaled in Green Bay's 1996 NFC Championship game victory over Carolina at Lambeau Field. I was there covering the game that day. Jones wound up with 170 total yards against the Niners. Also, interesting stat that I just saw late last night, this will mark the first time, Ricardo, in 12 years that the NFL's championship weekend, now we're talking about the NFC and AFC title games, will not have Aaron Rodgers and or Tom Brady suiting up, taking snaps. So it shows you their dominance at quarterbacks leading their teams. So, all right, let's get back to MVS. Rosie, one more time. It is time for tonight's Packers playoff gif of the night. This is how, so they're a little pixelated, but that's kind of how everybody was feeling. That was right after the punt block and score. But I think a lot of fans were pulling the hats over their eyes after that tough loss. Let's talk a little bit about Saturday's game and the season. MVS, did you get a chance to watch some video from the game, keeping with the, I guess, tradition, the routine, and trying to flush it once and for all? And if so, what do you think went wrong offensively for you guys? You started out so fast.
Nah, didn't even take a peek at it, to be honest. Obviously, I watched it live, so, and obviously when I'm playing the game, it's a little different than watching it live, play by play. So, I think they just have a really good defense, and I think they did a really good job of just kind of keeping everything in front of them, and that's just kind of what they are good at. And then obviously they got a good front, so they keep everything in front and force you to throw the ball quick. And then whenever you get greedy and don't want to throw the ball quick every play, they get home, and that's just kind of what they did. And we weren't able to make any plays down the field, and we weren't able to capitalize on some of the stuff that we needed to. And then we just turned the ball over, early in the possession or in the game, with the Mercedes fumble, and then the blocked field goal and the blocked punt. We just weren't able to make enough plays offensively to match what our defense was doing. So,
What's going on the sideline? You mentioned that block punt. So it's 10-3. You guys have the lead with, 4+ minutes to go in the game. Next thing you know, it's tied up. What's the mindset, and how does everybody kind of just stay on task? Because that was such a shocking turn of events. And you know how it is, Marquez, when you're the better team, but a team is able to kind of stay in it, all of a sudden there's sort of that uh-oh feeling, and more times than not necessarily the best team wins that game. So what was the chatter like on the sideline, and what was the mindset after that big play?
I wasn't even on the sideline. I was in the booth, so I don't even know.
Okay.
I was just I was watching as a fan, to be honest, and I know what it felt like up there, and it was kind of like breathtaking and demoralizing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, Ricardo. It was just a shocking turn of events, and the momentum shifts,
Right.
and next thing you know, the Niners are definitely in that ball game. Do you feel like there's a missing, maybe not, I don't know if it's a fair question because we don't know what the team is going to look like, but what is going to be needed, assuming that this team can make another run next year and a lot of guys are able to come back? Is it just good luck? I mean, what do you think to finally get over that hump?
I mean, the football guys just got to be on your side. I think that's just one of those things. I think we had every piece that we needed, to do it. Defense played lights out. We done so many things offensively well all year, and just it didn't happen. So I think it's just the unfortunate circumstances that we had where we didn't play well enough, and it just didn't match up to our standard. And I think that's just what playoff football is. You got to be good all the time. Can't have any mistakes. That those kill you.
Let's look at your season here. 26 catches, 430 yards, 3 touchdowns. Critical piece of the Packers offense, right, Ricardo, when he's on the field. There's no doubt about that. But the injury bug, as we talked about recently on the show, MVS, not good to you, not kind to you this season. So how do you reconcile the injuries when those are really the uncontrollables, right? How do you make peace with all of that and not only move on to the next game but the next season?
Yeah, I mean, it's the NFL. There's a 100% injury rate. There's not one player who's played every single game, every single play, and not been hurt or injured. I've been fortunate enough throughout my entire career that this is the only time I've ever missed games, dating back to high school. So it was just one of those things where it was my turn, and everybody's gonna have a turn where they miss some time. So this was just mine.
Not only yours, but a lot of guys had to deal with substantial injuries. Obviously, what's the offense off season? I should say game plan for you as far as getting back to work and training next
Uh,
season. What ways do you want to get better? How do you want to make an improvement from this year to next? What take us through the whole game plan?
I mean, just get my body healthy first. That's first and foremost. Get the body healthy. Get the mind right. Just try to figure out, what's the next steps. I have no idea. So much uncertainty with, if I'm going to be a Packer again. I would love to, stay here, my whole career. But that's not up to me. So gotta see what happens and go from there, and then approach it, as a new opportunity. No matter if it's here or somewhere else, always a new opportunity because it's a new day.
I was going to ask about that a little bit later. Your contract status, obviously, an unrestricted free agent. How do you envision this playing out for you? No clue at this point.
Yeah, I literally have no idea. I haven't packed up my house yet because I have no idea. I could wake up tomorrow and Green Bay say, "Hey, we want to bring you back," or I could wake up tomorrow and they say, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna move on and wish you the best of luck." And that's just kind of how the business goes. Obviously, I love my teammates. I love being here, love the fan base. But it's the reality, and it's a very cutthroat business. The fans can love you, the people can love you, the team can love you, but you only have so much money, and that's just kind of the nature of the business. So
Yeah, that is. It is. You've
Yep.
seen it, Ricardo. We've seen it many years with your teams and a bunch of teams and just player movement, right? That's just kind of the name of the game. But
Well, he'll be playing somewhere.
there's
that's
no
for
doubt
sure,
about
yeah.
that. There's no doubt about that. I wanted to backtrack here, MVS. I got it on my script. You kind of touched it. So overall plans as far as the offseason, non-football, but you are going back to Florida, correct? You're not going to stay the winter
yes,
here in Northeast Wisconsin.
yeah, nah. No matter if I sign a 10-year deal here, I will never spend a day longer than I need to be outside of the football season.
That's a very smart man. I'll tell you that right now,
Hey,
Brett.
and we're not offended by that.
No, I'm
In
not.
fact, I think we should come down to Florida with you. But we had one longtime fan, Jerry Laundry. We know Jerry.
Sure.
He was asking on Facebook, MVS, if you're up for a little ice fishing. Huh? How about you and me on a frozen Wisconsin lake, just sitting there doing a little ice
Yeah,
fishing?
there's no time where I'm going to be outside in cold weather unless I'm playing a football game or I have football practice. So that's a solid, strong no to that ice fishing thing. But if you want to meet me down in Tampa or in St. Pete, I can teach you how to fish for real. So
Oh, the real fishing. There you go.
Like the
yeah,
kind of deep sea fishing, that sort of thing?
hmm
What do they catch?
just
What do they
any
get,
type of fishing.
like marlins? What's the big thing to fish for down there?
I don't do a lot of deep sea fishing, but I mean, there's pretty much everything out there in
You can see the
the
dolphins.
the Tampa Bay.
Dolphins make me cry.
Yeah.
Saw some dolphins down in Alabama at the Gulf of Mexico last spring when I was down there. But, well, um, exit interview, that happened yet today? And can you reveal anything if it was the exit interview process for you? Anything of
I
note?
actually have mine tomorrow. I have mine tomorrow with Matt at 9 a.m. So that would be mine. They have like the do them all spread out because we got a lot of guys. So they usually do the older guys and the vets on the first 2 days. So I got the second day option. Um, they got the Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Randall Cobbs. Those guys go on the first day, and then the fourth, fifth year guys go on the second day.
Okay. Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah, interesting to hear how that goes, obviously. But you have to appreciate, though, what the team has accomplished this season, right? Despite the Sun ending a 13-win season again, I guess what are some of the memories you're going to take away from 2021?
It was just the most adverse season for us in general. Obviously, personally dealing with all the injuries that I had. Well, not all, I mean, just two injuries, but missing the games that I've missed, and then just having to go out and play with, you know, a new guy every week because we had, season ending injuries every other week or, a guy tears his ACL or, something else goes wrong. So just being able to go out there and do what we did, it was just super impressive. I wish it ended a little different, man, because I think that we were definitely the best team in the NFL. But sometimes the football guys just don't have it going in your way.
Yeah. First team, Ricardo, in NFL history with 3 straight 13-win regular seasons. So, and I have it here on the script, as MVS said, so much adversity with the injuries and, of course, the continued COVID issues on top of that. So I ask every co-host this at our season-ending show, but how should we remember the 2021 Green Bay Packers? How should fans look back on this team?
A super resilient team that, didn't really make any excuses, just found ways to win. Fell a little short, but I think this is a special team with a lot of special guys who did a lot of special things, and that should never be taken lightly because it's hard to win football games, and we did that a lot. So,
a couple more things, and then Ricardo, it's your turn for tonight's social media question of the night. But I want to give a website plug for you Marquez, one more time: SickSelection.com, SIK Selection.com. And again, we know that a lot of cool clothing items that you can purchase online. Do you have any more plans for your clothing line this off season? More plans for the website? Are you going to be kind of playing around with that a little bit?
yeah, we plan on dropping some more stuff either late February or early March, so be on the lookout for that. Got some new designs that we're working on right now, and I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Now, a slight bone to pick, though. I did see that Aaron Rodgers, in a recent appearance on the Pat McAfee show, was wearing a Sick Selection beanie. He was showing off the brand, showing off the apparel. Why didn't I get to do that? I could have shown off your brand and shown off your apparel here on the show. Why did I not get a Sick Selection beanie? Anything.
I mean, I think if you go to Aaron's social media presence, I think he's a little more influential
a bit more.
than you. Yeah, and he's also, about to win his second MVP, so I think that's also a factor. So whenever you go out and win an MVP with a broken toe, let me know, and I got you on the beanie.
Boy, he let you down real
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, that was like a mic drop. That's basically, shut up, Brett. All right, I've had enough of you begging for freebies here on my website. No doubt about it. I mean, 1 million followers versus what, almost 3,800 followers.
That's not bad.
That's quite a difference, no doubt about it. So,
Yeah.
last thing,
So
Marquez, do you have a Super Bowl prediction for us? Who do you think is going to win this Rams 49ers game? Who's going to win the Chiefs Bengals game? And who wins the Super Bowl? Or don't you care?
don't care at all. I'm not gonna watch it. Not gonna look at it. Don't know who's gonna win the game next week. Don't know who's gonna win the game in the Super Bowl.
That's it. Football is done. It's
time
deep.
very important to him. Is in terms of he doesn't want to see the rest of it, just
Hey,
the team. And
I'm guessing he's not alone, right?
No.
It's time to, again, they always say flushing. Get rid of it, forget about it, and let's get away for a while. So let's get away from this conversation, Ricardo.
Yeah.
And let's kick it over to you for tonight's social media question.
Yeah, and this is Tiffany Tully on Facebook, MVS. She wants to know, what are you most proud of this season?
Just the growth of myself as an individual, being able to just, battle through all the adverse situations and still come out and be productive and, do what I did. And obviously it didn't go the way I wanted it to go as an individual or as a team. But I think I've grown the most, this year, outside of my first 3 years. I think this is the year I've learned the most as an individual and as a team. So.
There you go.
Good question from her.
Absolutely, yeah, for having her question selected. Tiffany wins a signed photo of Kenny Clark. There we go. Your favorite guy, MVS, one of your buddies. There we go. We're out of
my
MVS
guy.
photos. Yeah. Stinky Kenny Clark, right? But each week we have asked folks to submit questions for our co-host or guest, and we've asked live during Monday's show. Look for it again next season on Facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. So, hey, Rosie, we're going to do it one more time. We need some music. I have my challenge flag. It is time for tonight's season-ending Clubhouse Live challenge. All right, here we go. Sponsored, of course, by Bobbles Galore. Bobbles Galore is your source for the largest selection of bobbleheads you will find anywhere. All sports, all teams, entertainers, and more. Shop Bobbles Galore for that unique piece for your mantle or man cave. And they have a great selection of Packers, Brewers, and Bucks bobbleheads. Bobbles Galore also makes custom bobbleheads that are perfect for weddings, birthdays, retirements, or any special occasion. And their unique AR, or augmented reality app, makes this beautiful, legendary Packers quarterback set come to life. Look at that. Bart Starr, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, even you Bears fan like it, don't you?
Well, Rodgers kind of looks like Ben Affleck there a little bit, but yeah.
It's a great set, and I think we might be giving something like that away at our season-ending extravaganza show. We'll talk a little bit more about that soon. All the bobbleheads shown on Clubhouse Live are available at bobblesgalore.com. Look for special website discounts. The more you buy, the more you save. All right, here we go, Marquez. One more game of six-pack. This is a rapid-fire game in which you have 60 seconds to correctly answer 6 questions about a specific topic. If you do so, you win the game and a very cool prize for tonight's contestant, Adriana Moreno. Can you say hi to Adriana?
Hello, Adriana.
And check out what you could win for Adriana. This classic vintage Brett Favre bobblehead. Look at this, courtesy of Bobbles
Very large
Galore.
head.
It is a big head.
Very large, Brett.
Yep, there he is, though. That is going to look good, though.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
In Adriana's she shed, maybe, is what she has. So that's what you're trying to win for, Adriana. If you don't, however, our contestant will have to talk Bears football with Ricardo every Monday night during the off season.
It's true.
That is the pressure you're under, Marquez. If at any point you're stuck on a question, you can pass, and we'll come back to it. Ricardo will keep track of the time. Now, pretty easy, I think, game of six-pack here tonight, Marquez. The category is your 2021 Green Bay Packers teammates. I will say the name of a player, and you simply have to tell me what jersey number he wore. The jersey number.
That's easy.
You feel pretty good?
No, that's pretty hard.
Uh-oh.
Oh, all right.
I would have figured this would be a slam dunk. So we'll give this a shot. Now, Ricardo, you don't start until
I know.
say the complete name of the player.
I've done this several times.
Okay, well, I have to remind you.
All right.
Okay, so here we go. Player number 1, Chris Barnes.
Chris Barnes is 50. I don't know.
1, yes. Dennis
something.
Kelly.
Dennis Kelly.
78.
79. That's
Very
correct.
close enough.
Josiah
79.
DeGuara.
81.
Yes. Corey Bajorquez, your punter.
He wore number 7.
That's
or 6.
correct. Mercedes.
7.
Yep, 7. Mercedes Lewis, number 5. Here we go.
80.
What did he?
89.
89. And the last one, Eric Stokes.
21.
Yes, Ricardo.
Yes. Well, he did that pretty fast. 35 seconds.
He
so.
knew them all. Maybe a little bit of
He was close.
an assistant, but he was close enough with Chris Barnes and Dennis Kelly. Knew them all the rest of the way. Adriana, you are going home with Brett Favre, courtesy of Bobbles Galore. I will make sure to get that out in the mail ASAP. So, good job, Marquez. You did it.
Thanks.
All right. Last segment here, very quick segment here before we get to some of the items we need to get to the end of the show. You're flagging me down. You have
I
something
do
online?
have a question, and I'm trying to find about. It was from a fan here online. They want to know, what do you want to be if you did play your last game with the Packers, MVS? What do you want to be most remembered for?
Just being a good person. Obviously what I did on the football field was great, but just being a good person and, not being a athlete that didn't make the most of his opportunities, and made every fan feel, special and, feel like they could come and talk to me and I wouldn't never turn them away. So
That's true.
Great.
That's true, and it's a great segue into this next quick segment that I wanted to say, Marquez. No questions. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for stepping in when Alan Lazard had to step aside. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate you agreeing to hang out with us Monday nights. I appreciate your humor, even though you think I'm a psychopath or a
You are a
sociopath.
psychopath.
And
What do
that I
you think?
stink.
What's this think?
All right. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you didn't want to hang out with me. No big deal. Appreciate the guests you brought
honest.
on. You are honest, yes.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the guests you brought on in person and virtually. So thank you on behalf of everybody here, everybody watching, all the fans that we have. Thank you for getting us to the finish line. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good time.
Yeah, man, it was a great time. Thank y'all for having me. It was a blast. Got to, let people see the other side of me that they don't get to see too often. So it's always good to be able to have that, opportunity and be able to bring on some of my friends. Get to see how we joke around in the locker room, and so that's always good. It was a blast, man, and I'm grateful for the opportunity always.
Well, thank you. And I got to say, as far as showing us locker room stuff, Kenny Clark has the patience of a saint when it comes to you.
Yeah,
he has the patience of a saint.
That's funny.
Maybe he doesn't, but come on, Goody, you got to make it happen. Get MVS back. We want MVS back. You don't. You want him down in the Windy City.
I'd love to see the deep ball threat. Justin Fields can throw the long ball. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Rosie, mute his mic, would you please, for a second? By the way, Marquez, how are you going to spend your Monday nights now? Maybe I could give you a call every Monday night. You guys can we
That's
can
not
chat
creepy.
for a half hour. Maybe I can come down to Florida, hang out with you.
Oh, that's real creepy.
Yeah, I'll see you down there. Just let me know when you get down there, and I'll send the dog
to Miami
outside to talk to you. Yeah.
There'll be police officers at the airport waiting to restrain me or something. Yes, stay away. So, hey, Rosie, how about a virtual round of applause for MVS? We're going to be winding down the show here pretty quick.
By the way, fans online are saying thank you to MVS, too.
Oh, yeah, say it again.
The viewers online are saying thank you, MVS, for stepping in and being a great co-host.
There you go.
Yeah, well, thank you all the fans who looked and watched every week. Show wouldn't be anything without y'all.
Absolutely. It certainly would be better without Ricardo, but we're going to work on that for next season. We're going to work on that for next season. So let's go up north with USA Today Sports Plus. That's the new sports app that puts the fans first. Get the latest scores, stats, and standings. Enjoy interactive experiences with our award-winning sports writers. Download USA Today Sports Plus from the Apple or Google Play stores today. USA Today Sports Plus. Fan harder. Of course, no Packers game to predict, but next week, and I'm going to talk about what's coming up with that here shortly, but maybe you and I can give our Super Bowl predictions, Ricardo.
We can't give our conference championship predictions?
Go ahead. You want to give a pick?
Yeah, because I want to say I'm going to say Bengals.
Really?
And Rams.
I'm going to say Rams Chiefs.
Okay.
Is going to be the NFC AFC representative. So, but we'll talk about that more in the Extravaganza edition. Packers News app, though, Ricardo.
Yeah, your one-stop shop. It's the exclusive commentary, insider analysis, and award-winning photos and videos from USA Today Network's Wisconsin's Packers coverage team. The Packers News app is your one-stop shop for complete coverage of the Green Bay Packers. This app is available for iPhone and Android users.
Special thank you to our sponsors and friends. Again, Unison Credit Union, Bobbles Galore, Mark Olenichik Realty, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear, USA Today Sports Plus, Mayfield Sports Marketing, Escort Limousine Service, Mike Thiel and Eric Lives Here, and, of course, the good folks at the Paper Valley Hotel in downtown Appleton. Now, tonight's keyword winners, guys, and Marquez has got a little connection to this because throughout the season, we've been displaying keywords that you needed to collect so you could enter into the drawing. Rosie, put them up for these cool canvas prints signed by Marquez right there, and then Alan Lazard, both of our season co-hosts. So those are up for grabs. Now, there were 17 keywords in total, and they were, I'll go through them: Enforcer, Iowa, Clutch, Spark, Goon, Touchdown, Impact, Pay Dirt, Milestone. I think you can kind of see when Marquez kind of started coming through here too. Snow, Shoulder, Buy, Flash, Own, North, Route, and Postseason. Those were the 17 keywords. Now, we received quite a few emailed entries with those correct keywords, and I entered those numbers into our randomized drawing. By the way, I got to say thank you. A lot of those emails, Ricardo and Marquez and Rosie, a lot of very nice comments about the show and how we were able to kind of juggle with the in-person and virtual, Alan and Marquez filling in. So thank you for your support of the show, for all those who continue to watch. We appreciate that very much each week and each season. But, guys, it is time to announce the two people
Here we go.
with the correct entries who were selected as part of our random drawing. Winning I wish we had a drum roll. Winning the MVS signed print is Gene Calloway. Congratulations, Gene. You are going to have MVS in your home forever.
That's right.
And winning the Alan Lazard signed print is Kevin Jensen. Congratulations to Kevin. I believe I looked at Kevin. He's an Iowa guy, so maybe he's an Iowa State fan, perhaps. So I'll reach out to you both via email, Gene and Kevin. We'll have also some signed prints to give away as part of our extravaganza show. And I suppose, Ricardo, I can allow everybody to know what's going on with that now that we have details. Our season-ending Clubhouse Live Extravaganza edition will take place next Monday at 6:30 p.m. The show will be held in person. We're back in person at the Clubhouse Sports Pub and Grill inside the Paper Valley Hotel in downtown Appleton. Now, that's our big season-ending prize giveaway show. And Marquez, I'm sure you'll be watching from Florida and chiming in.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
We're going to be giving away a ton of great prizes, including Packers helmets signed by this season's guests who were able to appear in person. That, of course, includes MVS and Alan Lazard, our co-host. You must be present to register and win. We'll also have more prizes for our online audience, so you be sure to watch it live. Look for more details later this week, including our complete prize list that I'll be putting together starting tomorrow. But I'll have it all at facebook.com/clubhouselive. So give the page a like, please. We got some fantastic prizes to give away. And, again, next week's show will mark number 300 for us. So a great way for all of us to get together to celebrate that big milestone. Milestone number 300 as part of our extravaganza season-ending prize giveaway show. Looking forward to it.
A lot of episodes.
It's no wonder why I got a lot of gray in my hair now.
It's been
I've grown
12 years.
up with the show, and I've grown old with the show. So, Marquez, we have reached the end. It is time for you to give everybody tonight's final word.
Yeah, well, this is the end of of our show. It's been a great time. Thank you guys for having me on as your secondary guest. I wasn't the first choice. I was the second choice, but it's all good.
Come on now.
Come on
now. Come on.
Nah, it's all good. It's been a heck of a ride. No matter where this thing takes me, I'm grateful for the opportunity that I had here, and I hope that it continues. But if it doesn't, this will be the place that's always giving me my opportunity to make my dreams come true. So
Brett's a little teary-eyed.
Either way it goes, man, I'm forever grateful for Green Bay and everything that it's given me. It's changed my life, and couldn't be more ecstatic about what's next, and hopefully it's more Green Bay stuff, because you can't replace this fan base. So
there you go.
Outstanding.
Goody,
Very
you better
cool.
be listening, Goody. Bring him back. How
That's
about
right.
a virtual round of applause one more time for MVS. Marquez, again, thank you so much for everything. Truly do appreciate you. It's been fun getting to know you, and hope you're back. Hope we can get you on the show in some form or fashion again next season. We want to see number 83 back.
Definitely.
So, all right. So for the Flash, for Ricardo the Bear fan, for Rosie, and for the rest of the Clubhouse Live crew, I'm the sociopath. I'm the creep, Brett Christopherson, signing off. Be with us in person next Monday night at 6:30 at the Clubhouse Sports Pub and Grill, downtown Appleton, for our season-ending prize giveaway extravaganza edition show. So until then, Mean Gene, take it away. So long, MVS.
Go, Pack, go! Go!